Hi, my name is Alessandro and I'm from Italy. I was born in a place called Lago di Como in the northern part of Italy, close to Switzerland, a very, very beautiful lake. And I was born in a very small village and very close to the mountains, so I really love nature and being outside and being in contact with nature really makes me feel good. Why traveling? That's a funny question. I don't really know. It just happened, let's say. I left when I was about 18 and I went to Australia for a gap year. And since there I found out that I really, really like traveling. And it was possible, it was very easy and I could manage my money. So I decided to go and travel Southeast Asia for a year. And since then I just kept going and I got the travel bag and it's really hard to get rid of, so I'm just traveling. So now I've been traveling for about 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. And I visited more than 25 countries. I've been in Australia, I've been to Southeast Asia, as I say. I traveled Singapore, Malaysia, Borneo, Cambodia, Vietnam, where I drove more than 3,000 kilometers with a motorbike. An amazing experience, like driving through small villages with like a coffee plantation, tea plantation, and like local people. They always pay you back with a big smile, and yeah, it was an amazing country. And after Vietnam I went to Laos, and from Laos I crossed the border to Thailand, and I traveled around Thailand and I went back to Malaysia where I spent 3 more months, and from Malaysia, I went to China. I traveled around China. I went to Hong Kong, and then I finally flew back to Europe. I flew to London, and then I visited a friend in Amsterdam, and I went to see a couple of months my family in Italy. But 2 months was enough, and I decided that I needed to go travel again. So I booked my flight ticket to New Zealand. And I stayed there and worked a bit, tried to save money for about a year. And then I went to the United States, where I spent like 3 months traveling around and meeting people. And from the United States, I decided that I was ready to begin my Central America journey. So I planned a 9 months journey through Central America, crossing 9 countries and hitchhiking all the way from United States, from California to San Jose in Costa Rica. I crossed Mexico and Belize and Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras and Nicaragua, and I finally arrived in Costa Rica about a month ago. I don't really, I've been traveling for, you can say, quite a long time now, so I don't really feel danger no more. Of course, I always try to be careful, but for example, when hitchhiking, I don't feel in danger at all. Of course, something bad can happen all the time, even if we're walking back home or if we're driving to work, like, you have bad people everywhere, but trust me, you have a lot of good people, like a lot of good people that are always ready to help you, giving you a lift, giving you food, water. There are so many good people, especially I found so many good people in Central America, always ready to help me. So no, I never really felt in danger. And I had few funny, you can say funny experiences, but no, not very dangerous. Best thing about traveling, I think, is meeting people, meeting people and seeing how there are so many good people around the world, and we're all the same, we're all brothers, no matter our color of skin or anything, it's just we're all the same, born in different places. We most of the time we think in the same way. Of course, culture plays a big role, and like we have a lot of different culture in the world, of course, You have like in Southeast Asia was very, very different, like religion was different, you have a lot of Buddhism and food was different, and the people think in a different way sometimes, but on a psychological level, we are really all the same, we just think like our neighbors are just different from us just because like an imaginary line divided to the two countries, you know. And that's a funny thing I've seen when I was traveling through Central America. For example, when I started my trip in California, all my friends or people I was meeting in the street, they were telling me, "Are you crazy? You really want to hitchhike through Central America? You know, it's the second most dangerous countries in the world." And I was like, we'll see, you know. Like, I don't wanna listen what people tell me. I just wanna go and find out myself. And people were telling me, yeah, but you know, like, it's very dangerous, be careful. And Mexican people, they're good, but there are many bad people ready to hurt you or kill you or rob you, you know. And I was, you know, of course, at the beginning I was kind of scared too, but you know, like, it's funny to see how 9 months after I'm here sitting on this chair, I'm safe and nothing happened, only good experiences, you know. And it's also funny to see when I was, for example, crossing the border from Mexico to Belize, Mexican people were telling me, be careful in Belize because Mexico is okay, but if you're gonna hitchhike there, you know, a lot of bad people, you're gonna get hurt. And I hear the same thing on the border between Belize and Guatemala, and same thing between Guatemala and El Salvador, you know. This thing teaches us, like, the people just like to talk, like to say bad things and negative things, like, but they never try themselves. So if you want a tip, just go and find your way, find out yourself. Don't really trust people too much because everybody has different experiences, you know. And I probably got lucky. I got a lot of luck during this time, you know. Many good people and nothing bad really happened. But it's, yeah, exactly. If you call for good vibes, only good vibes will come to you, you know. If you're scared and people can, it's like animals, you know, people in the street can smell your fear. So if you're scared, they're gonna attack you probably. Maybe they're gonna rob you, you know. So we just have to learn how to be stronger, like, I think, like, in countries like Malaysia, for example, you have a big mixture of religions and culture, you know, because you have, like, the Chinese culture that came a few hundred years ago, and then you have the Muslim culture that came as well, like, 1,000 years ago, and they merge, and, you know, and then now you have a lot of Catholics and you have Buddhist people. So in places like Malaysia, I think there is a higher tolerance for other religions, you know, instead of places like United States or Italy, for example, because of the Vatican, you know, there is only one big strong religion, and you can't really question this religion, you know. You just gotta follow the mass and don't ask any questions. So yeah, we can say that in I think what I felt like in Southeast Asia, the difference is, like, people accept others, you know. Of course you have racism like everywhere, but there is a higher tolerance. I don't think nothing really scary happened to me. I mean, as I say, I had few funny experiences, you know. For example, like, I was about to hitchhike this truck with this truck driver, and we drove for about like 30 minutes, and then he stopped and he was like, sorry, I need a break, and he got the crack pipe and he started to smoke amphetamine, and then I have some line of oxycodone, and I was just like sitting there next to him. I was like, okay, I mean, it's fine. And I didn't feel in danger at all, you know. It was just a funny situation because I don't know, like, he was supposed to drive me like 300 kilometers like across Mexico, and he was doing amphetamine, you know, just right before the trip. So, and he offered to me. He was like, "Do you want some, man?" I was like, "No, I'm okay for this morning," you know. But yeah, another fun experience. Another fun experience, I think, could be that time I was camping on a beach in Mexico, and this guy came at night telling me, "No, you gotta leave. You can't stay here," you know. And then, like, I was asking him, why was the problem with you? No, you can be here. And then I found out that basically he was waiting for cocaine packages coming from the Caribbean Sea, because a boat sank the night before, so these packages were just floating and coming to the shore. So at the end, it's funny because I just by talking to him, saying, "Oh man, I don't have any place where to go tonight," And it was like, okay, then you can stay, but be quiet, be in your tent, don't take any picture. And it was just funny, like dealing with this narco. And no, I never felt threatened. No. My plans for the future. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't like to plan too much, but what I'm gonna do is, since I haven't seen my family for almost 2 years, I'm gonna fly back soon, and I'm flying to Germany in a few hours. And from Germany, I will hitchhike back to Italy, and I will finally see my family and my beautiful lake and my beautiful mountains. So I'm very excited. And after that, I'm probably gonna spend 2 months with my family, and then I'm planning to go back to California. And after California, I'm probably gonna spend 1 year in Canada and trying to work, because I really need to get money now to go back on the road. Yeah, I'm in Jamaica now. Finally, that was my dream since few years, and I love it. Yeah, it's nice. It's very different from Central America, and very different from Asia. A bit different from the United States, but you can see there is a very high influence, and there are a lot of cruise ship and tourists, and it's nice though. Like a lot of nature, a lot of beautiful rivers, and like I've never seen such a crystal clear water, and it's beautiful. I love the nature, and the people are nice too. Are very welcoming and ready to help you. I hitchhike around Jamaica, yeah. And even though people were telling me, Jamaica, it's not like Central America, one more time, people always trying to worry you about things they haven't done, but they've heard from somebody else, So I think we should always, just do what we feel, and of course being cautious and being careful, but always do what you feel. Luckily I had no girlfriend before leaving. Yeah, it would be hard to keep a relationship for 4 years. Yeah. Yeah, traveling alone is not easy, but it's less hard than what we think, because I try to travel with somebody else before, and even though like people are very different, and I travel in a very extreme or different way. I don't mind to camp. I don't mind to sleep somewhere, even if like I adapt to every situation. I can sleep on the floor. I can. And some other people are not ready for this, so I don't want to push anybody else doing this lifestyle. Even so many people tell me, "Oh man, you're having a great life. I wish I could do the same, and travel around, seeing different places." And the truth is, like, they can do it. I've done it, and I started with no money. For example, I traveled 9 months through Central America, and I spent $1,000. That's about $4 a day, and it's possible, and I always had food, I always had a place where to sleep, I always had a ride, I always had people around me, and it's possible. That's when you learn when you're traveling. You don't really need money. It's not about the money, it's about the experiences you live, the people you meet, the food you try, everything, all this together. So like, to all the people that tell me, like, "Oh, you're so lucky," I tell them, well, yeah, of course I'm lucky, I'm healthy and everything, but if you're healthy, and you can do it too, what I mean? Everybody can do it. Like, you just need to start with a small budget and then try to work on the road. There are different ways to do it. You can do some volunteers, and they will pay you back with accommodation and food. There is couch surfing, which is, a beautiful way to travel. You get to know the people, and local people host you, and you share the culture and the food, and you can make friends all around the world, and it's free, it's totally free, and, you just need to create a profile, and that's the best way for traveling, and of course, by hitchhiking, transportation is free too, so that's another thing you don't have to worry about. So if you really want to see the world, if you really want to travel, trust me, you can do it. Yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, I hope this will help somebody to take the decision to leave everything behind, leave their job, leave their family, and go traveling, go see the world, because it's beautiful.